two English people talking about football. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's go early. That's what we do best, Hugh. We're going to do it right now. We're going to explain to you why England will win the 2026 World Cup, and we're going to offer up our starting 11s. It's a lot of new names, but I think we're going to have a few sprinklings of the current squad as well. We're going to try and make it somewhat realistic. Let's crack on then. We're in agreement just about when it comes to the goalkeepers. We've both gone for Ramsdale. I think other people in there, someone like Nathan Baxter, who's at Hull City this season. He's had a lot of loans, and I think that's been really good for his development. Chelsea goalkeepers won the UEFA Youth League in the past, the UEFA Youth Cup as well. And actually, there's quite a few Chelsea Academy names in this 11 for me, and certainly will be in the squad as well. But Ramsdale looks good, doesn't he? And I think it's his to take, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd agree with you on that. I just think he is developing his kicking and also his temperament, and that will be a key area for England compared to previous tournaments. Moving to the right back area, I've said Reece James as a realistic one. I think he's already shown he could have a great future at international level. And I think he combines both sides of the game. I hate to say it to you, but defensively and his ability going forward, I just think he pips some of the others. But of course, Tino Livramento, Tariq Lamptey could well be there if they continue to improve as well.
And Trent, which would just say get Trent in there.
Alexander-Arnold,
that's what I said. Yeah,
because I've been listening to you Liverpool fans, and by then 3 Ballon d'Ors under his belt, he's got to be a starter.
Yeah, great point. Yeah, and Trent might even be a centre midfielder by then. I agree with you with Reece James. I think he's just very, very complete. And it's not that Trent isn't good. We know Trent's great. But I just think Reece James might have that spot in 2026 as we lift the World Cup. Centre backs. This is where there's a lot of options here. No one's really kind of totally put down the marker. I've gone for Mark Gay, and I've gone for Levi Colwill. Now, some of you guys might not know about Levi Colwill. Again, I'm dipping into this Chelsea Academy, and I could see these two really, really coming on strong in the next 4 years. Gay, of course, was at Chelsea, and both of them, Colwill's kind of a year behind, 19 years old. He's played brilliantly for Huddersfield this season, and he's only had one error that's led to even a shot, not even a goal. And I think he's just 1 year behind Gay, and I think Gay's going to only get stronger as well. I could see those two becoming the defensive pairing for us in 2026. You've gone different, haven't you?
I've just got a little bit more realistic, I think.
Yeah.
I think John Stones, although he will be into his 30s at that point in time, still a very good age for a centre-back, still physically in great shape. Ben White, hopefully, will continue to mature, fantastic with the ball. So I think they could have a great partnership at centre-back going forward, and who knows, settled in for that World Cup. At left-back, I've gone with Ben Chilwell. This is a difficult one to call because you can't see a huge raft of left-back players coming through. Who have you gone for?
Yep, I agree with you. A 29-year-old Chilwell by that point, he'll be in his prime. Hopefully he can kind of stay away from the injuries. And I think it'll be interesting to see if both Reece James and Chilwell are still playing for Chelsea at that point. And if they are, hopefully you've got a partnership like when you look at Liverpool with Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold, where they do dovetail quite nicely. I think that's a really good shout for us. And I think he's a super, super player who's got a goal in him as well. Midfield, we've gone for the same midfield three here. We then gone with a front three. Both gone for Declan Rice. Both gone for Jude Bellingham, and both gone for Harvey Elliott. I think we know enough about Declan Rice, and we've been super excited about Bellingham. I could see Bellingham being captain of this side personally as well. I think he'll be a very young England captain. I think he's just got that mentality about him. Talk to me about Harvey Elliott. I think he's a really exciting player, and he's in my team. Why is he in your team?
Intelligent. Use of the ball's absolutely sensational. Has the ability to go on his own as well. Will continue to mature. Being coached by one of the best in the world. So excited about his future, despite the fact I support Manchester United, because I think he could be a great player for England for years to come. Just intelligence. So it shows maturity well in advance of his years, and long may it continue.
Yeah, great shout there. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Amazing at Blackburn last year. I come in and played a slightly different role, but I think as time goes on, he'll be more and more effective higher up the pitch for Liverpool as time goes on. And he's still so young. He's so young. Right, front three. This is interesting as well. We've kind of gone in different routes here. I think, look, Harry Kane is going to be 32 by this point. Hopefully he's still fit and firing, but I'm going to go a little bit rogue here. I'm going with a false nine. Phil Foden will be absolutely firing by this point. And then I've gone with Sancho on the left-hand side. I think, yes, he's not had the best of seasons, but I think he will continue to develop and be pretty exciting for us. And I've gone for a sprinkling of experience, kind of because I put Foden in the middle. I put Raheem Sterling, 31-year-old Raheem Sterling, on that right wing, making those diagonal runs, still scoring goals for England. I still think he'll have a part to play. What's your front three? Yeah.
I have no issue with those diagonal runs. I've just chosen Phil Foden in that area, who I think will continue to excel. So you put him in the centre. I put him out wide on my left-hand side. I put Arsenal's Bukayo Saka on the right-hand side. Yeah, I think he's going to keep getting better and better as well. Bright future for him. He's playing brilliantly well at the moment. Through the middle, of course, I do expect it to be Harry Kane, because even in his early 30s, I think that's a prime for a number 9 in world football right now, and he should still be knocking them in. Manchester City, Manchester United, whoever he's playing for, then Spurs fans. But if you want something left field, which this is, I've chosen a young Manchester City striker by the name of Liam Delap, who's with the England under 21s at the moment. Hasn't really got the opportunities he wanted so far in his career, but he's still very young, I think 19 years old. He will continue to learn under Pep Guardiola, I'm sure. If Erling Haaland comes to the club, he will have him to learn from. It'll only be a couple of years underneath him. Julian Alvarez is going to go to Manchester City as well, and we know he could have a huge effect there, even though he's playing in South America. A lot of people don't know what he can produce. He could have a big effect for Manchester City going forward. So if he's learning from those two and he's learning from Guardiola, I think he could get a really well-rounded game and definitely have an impact for England. He will, if he's not the starter, I think, be Harry Kane's understudy.
Hi guys, James Allcott here from ESPN's Football Forecast. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and you want to check out more, make sure you subscribe to ESPN UK.